So it's 8 weeks after this initial trim and we're back to look at this cow to see how she's doing now and to see if she's completely healed. Or not, as the case may be. This is South West Scotland and I am the Hoof GP.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
This is beautiful, wild and windy South West Scotland, and it's where I'm lucky enough to call home. But it's also home to over 210,000 cows. At this time of year, calves are beginning to appear by their mother's sides in the field, and lambs are starting to play in the green pastures that they call home. But even although it's spring, our rivers are still flowing and full of water. We get a lot of rain here in South West Scotland. This wet environment really takes its toll on monuments like this. The ruins of this abbey remind me that time takes its toll on things even when we're not watching, and that is also true of the pain that cows are in because of problems with their feet. This cow's just come in and she's incredibly lame on this front right foot. So we first saw this cow around 8 weeks ago, and she had a massive cavity in her foot, and as you can see, almost the whole of my finger would actually fit inside that hole. So we set about doing what we could to get this cow back to full health. We trimmed back all of the necrotic tissue, cleaned out that cavity and applied a block to the good claw. We then removed all of that overburdening horn and realised that the crack extended all the way up the wall of her hoof and burst out at the coronet. It soon became a bloody mess, and we covered it up with salicylic acid, wrapped it and returned 7 days later to see how she was doing. And this is what we found. After a little bit of a struggle, we got her in the crush, lifted up her foot, and lo and behold, the block was just about to fall off. After a quick rinse, we removed the bandage so that we could take a look at that lesion and apply a fresh block. The lesion was still slightly open, she was definitely still feeling pain, and that block was essential if we were to notice any difference the next time we trim her. As you can see, she really was still looking a bit of a mess. So I'm really keen to be back here today to get her foot in the air and see how she's doing now. As you can see, her foot is starting to look a lot better, but she clearly has a very deep cavity or gash up that inside claw. White line defects like this are notoriously hard to fix, so I'm desperate to see if we've been able to in this case. Whoa, you'll have to wait just a second, I've smashed my phone. Look at that. This is a brand new Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Try saying that when you're drunk. Why does it matter that I've smashed my phone though? I'm editing a video. Well, NordPass sponsor this video, and that is why it matters. I break my phone a lot. In the world of hoof trimming, things get rough and phones get broken, but NordPass really helps me out. Every time I smash my phone, I lose all of my passwords. Yes, I update them to Google, but Google likes to make me verify absolutely everything multiple times, and then I forget how to verify things and end up having to change all of my passwords, then forget my... You get the drift anyway. NordPass is fantastic. You do not need to continually verify absolutely everything, and it will autofill all of your passwords. Plus, if you go to nordpass.com/hoofgp and use the code hoofgp1, you'll get 50% off a 1-year plan for the premium service. It is so good. It is really easy. You don't need to mess around with all your multiple different passwords because you've forgotten loads and loads and loads of them, and it is unbelievably secure. So go to nordpass.com/hoofgp and use the code hoofgp1. Thank me later, guys. Trust me, you will, because you'll never need to create new passwords again. So as always, we start by making sure both claws are completely level and balanced across the base of both soles. And then we begin the modelling process. That's dishing out both of the claws. And actually, we found a crack on this inner claw. which luckily comes to nothing, which allows us to move casually on to where that huge gaping gash in the side of our hoof wall once was. Is it still open? Is it not? Is it completely healed? Will it take another retrim? Tell me in the comments right now, because I'm not feeling hopeful. The erosion on the abbey that I showed you in the beginning of this video is caused by wet weather and the passing of time. And it's important to realise that that erosion happens when we're not seeing it. So when we're not there, something is happening. And that really applies to cows who have problems with their feet. They're not just lame during this video, they're not just lame during the time that we trim them. They are lame every minute of every day that they're not being successfully treated. And it's so important to remember that and make sure that we revisit these cows as often as we can, or as often as is needed, to get them fully over the issue.
I made an old man. I said, tell me your story. He took out an old pen.
I need to get rid of all of that dirt to ascertain whether or not there is still an open lesion, and whether or not we would need or she would benefit from the application of a block. But as you can see, the fruits of our labour have been prosperous. She has completely healed. Yes, there is still a bit of a dip there, but she is not in pain anymore, and our job here for this cow is now complete. She just needs to give it a little time to grow back in and look perfect once again. Guys, that brings us to the end of this video, and I for one am extremely happy that this cow is much more comfortable than she was around 8 weeks ago. As for these Highland cows up here, they're looking forward to having their calves by their side in the summer months ahead, so that hopefully they can get a bit of sun on their backs. Thanks very much for watching, hope you've enjoyed it.
Life is gonna happen